Okay, keyword density. There's always an SEO question. So, Jotinda, this question actually got me quite confused when I first got it, and I had to go and do a bit of additional research because you, as you said there, what is the correct keyword density to use since the Google Venice update? The reason it got me confused is the Google Venice update has got nothing to do with keyword density as such. I'll talk about the Google Venice update in a moment, but let me just talk about keyword density first. So for those of you who aren't particularly familiar with SEO or wondering what we're talking about here, so search engine optimization, as you know, is getting your page to rank high in Google for any searches that people do. So it's not AdWords, it's the free, the organic, the natural listings that appear. And what you do there is you use your keywords on your website generally to make it rank on the page. So for argument's sake, if someone's searching for men's shoes, then the page would have the words men's shoes on it. I'm oversimplifying because we only have so much time here, but effectively you would use men's shoes in certain places on the page, so you use them in the title tag, in the header, etc. Keyword density is something that SEO people used to use 4, 5, 6 years ago, and it was effectively how many times should I repeat the word men's shoes on a page in relation to how many other words there are. Because Google got into, quite rightly, a position where they said we're not going to have keyword spamming, where you just list men's shoes 500 times on the web page and therefore you rank highly because you've got the word mentioned more than anybody else. They applied for a while a thing called keyword density that said, you know, if it's 1 in 200 words, then that's relevant and not overdoing it. They don't even bother with that anymore. They just, there's no such thing as keyword density. You can forget it. You can drop it. Google, look for your keyword in some of the key places we just talked about: the title tag, your heading tag, and then link text coming to the page. But in terms of the content of the page, Google hire more language specialists than they hire IT geeks, because they are more interested in the language that's being used on the page now to help decide whether it should rank or not. Give you an idea of what I mean there. I can't remember where I heard this example, but I thought it was a really good example. So this isn't mine, but it's a really, really good example. If you were trying to rank a page that was about dog training, for argument's sake, if your web page contained words like lead, rover, a dog's name, licking, barking, these are all words that Google can relate to a dog, and therefore they evaluate that page must be about dogs, and that's how they use the copy that's on your page. So to answer the question about keyword density, I'm going to say what I always say to people when they say, how should I write the page for the search engines? My answer is never write a page for a search engine. Write the page for the customer who's come to the page to sell them the product that they've come to buy. Because if you use the right words to describe the product and its benefits and why they should buy, those will be the words that you will rate for on Google. Now, in terms of the Venice update, the Venice update is about localized searches and ranking local businesses in the search results in a way that means they get a higher rank if you're a local person searching on a particular broader term. So you're not searching for, say, Manchester doctors, but you're searching for doctors. Google works out that you're in Manchester and therefore weights some of the results to show you Manchester doctors as opposed to just generally doctors. That's what the Venice update is about, and it's great news for local business. I'll show you what I mean. I went in, set up my location as being Leicester in the UK, and I typed in, I think it was SEO training was the phrase I typed in. Yes, it was. And you can see there the second result is SEO training course Leicester. Now I then changed my location to be Manchester, did exactly the same search, and look what happened. The Leicester one has gone, and in position 3 there's SEO Training Manchester. So exactly the same search, but just changing where I am in the world gives me different results. Now, they've been doing this with AdWords for years. They're now pushing it more into SEO. So if you're a local business, you really should be thinking about getting your local town names into your title tags on your websites and onto your websites, because Google will rank you as a local business in searches that it thinks warrant some sort of local weighting.